This is South Africa, one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Astonishing views, incredible wildlife, and a rainbow of people. South Africa, the cradle of man. But it can't be enjoyed by everyone. Most of the black community live in the townships. Unemployment, poverty and disease feed on each other. 25% of the total population is infected with AIDS. Every day 1,000 people die of AIDS, and every day more and more AIDS orphans are facing the world on their own. We're on our way to Johannesburg to meet a very special lady. This is fashion designer Nicola Leach, famous for her beautiful handbags. After a dramatic experience in 2007, she started her own brand of handbags called African Queen. And she became a real community-based entrepreneur doing incredible things for the community.
And I realized that if we can get and start feeding children, and giving, back into communities and love, that maybe these children didn't have parents. It's a bit like the orphan elephants. And they don't have any discipline, they don't have any love, they've never experienced love. And I think love and kindness is important. And one of the mottos I like to say at African Queen is if everybody just did something good for everybody, or somebody every single day, we would change a nation.
Nicola started to offer African mamas from the townships an opportunity to work in her studio or at their own homes. She trains them to make beautiful beading, but not in the original African colours.
Now, normal beading is in Africa is done with colours that perhaps won't sort of go down so well in Europe. The acid yellow with bright orange, for example.
Nicola chose to use fashionable colours for the beading. The circle used became the brand's identity.
And the reason we did the circle was because we felt it represented the circle of life.
The African mamas do the beading of the circle, but that is not easy at all. For every 50 women they try to train, there is only one that will produce the level of quality required for international standards.
This is a perfect example of a beautiful beaded panel or circle. As we spoke about the circle of life. Okay, here we go. This is what we call our circle of life. And then you can see at the back the absolute delicate stitching and precision that actually goes into this. It's a lot of hard work. So it's really precious. Plus each one is independently done, so there's no two exactly the same.
Each handbag has an original, unique circle, making it a functional piece of art.
Now, also all these ladies come from Alexander Township, and they also have started to train other people, and so the more orders we get, then we're going to get them on board full-time just to start training programs.
African Queen has a different group of people that is responsible for the gluing, the cutting and making of the handbags. A very precise and important part in the process. So Nicola checks if everything is made according to her designs and quality.
I think people are going to become a lot more conscious over the next 10 years or so. And I think going forward, you just have to look at the whole green movement with solar energy and etc. And people are going to get to the stage where they're going to question whether their product was made in a sweatshop. I personally don't want to buy anything that has been made where people are locked into factories and things. I don't think that's acceptable at all.
Each leather bag is checked for quality and colour by Nicola before it goes into production.
We also decided that if we were going to start this handbag business, that it had to be absolutely top quality and compete with the likes of Ralph Lauren or any other, and be very proud about this. Africa has the most amazing, talented women. It just really does. And we decided to try and tap into this with the quality and show the rest of the world what Africa is all about and that we can be the world's darling.
African Queen sells their products in their own retail shops, at game lodges, at other retailers and also at the corporate market.
We've also increased the line subsequently to beaded belts, to beautiful suede hats with beads in them, makeup, purses, wallets, It's just, we've even gone into clothing now where we beat cowrie shells onto the linen. It's really become quite extended with jewelry and all sorts of things.